Welcome to 2.4.1 Motivational Theories. What is motivation? Well, motivation is like the type of energy we have to push us to do something. Sometimes it's intrinsic in that the motivation is coming internally. For example, when you're going to be studying or you're actually enjoying the studying because you enjoy the subject rather than you're studying just for the purpose of getting the certification in order to get a job, the rewards. So intrinsic is internal part of the task here, and extrinsic is something that comes after the task. So let's go on to motivation theory number one, which is Maslow's hierarchy of human needs. He says that there's needs as they go up, as you complete one of the hierarchies, you can then move on to the next level and the next level, starting off with the physical needs at the bottom. And then as you go up, gets that's from food, shelter, and clothing, water, rest, exactly, etc. And then you have safety needs, such as job security, health and safety at work, just to be safe in general. And then you've got social needs, such as building friendships, belonging to a group, maybe joining a club, supporting a football team, just having that sense of belonging. And then you've got esteem needs, where you know she say where you people are making you feel good, respecting you. They recognize you as someone that's important. You have status, and then finally self-actualization, where you reach that full potential. Next, we have Taylor's theory. He was more scientific, where he would say, really basically, all a worker really wants is money. So therefore, let's approach this on paying someone more for doing a better job. So therefore, he split up into, let's just look at these 7 steps on the left. Select workers to perform a task. Observe them performing a task and note key elements. Record the time taken to do each part of the task. Identify the quickest method of doing it. Train all workers in the quickest method, and don't allow them to make any changes because you want the most efficient you know um, output. You want the quickest, best way to do the task in order to maximize the money. Supervise workers to ensure that the best way is being carried out, and also time them to check that the set time is not being exceeded. And finally, pay workers on the basis of the results. We're based on the theory of the economic man, i.e., that money is the only way to motivate employees, whereas the limitations, reality, is that there's a wide range of these, not just money. So just in summary of this table here, which is the Taylor's theory again in another light, select the right person to do the job, observe and record the performance of the employees, establish the best method of doing the job, and pay them accordingly. So, pay them, it says piece rate, i.e., how long is it taking them the time? They're doing it quicker, pay them more. Sorry, just go back. Yeah. And now let's go on to the next theory, which is Herzberg's theory, the third theory. He was looked at something called motivation factors and hygiene factors. I'll just say it as motivation and demotivation, because these hygiene factors were seen as, in regards to, slightly important with regards to demotivating if it wasn't there, if it was missing, should we say. So let's go into the motivation factors: status, opportunity for advancement or promotion, gaining recognition, responsibility, challenging, stimulating work, a sense of personal achievement, personal growth. Is looking slightly into the psychological aspects. So employees are motivated. Here we got employees are dissatisfied, wanting to leave the business. Hygiene factors here. Clear company policy. If it's missing, obviously that will cause more confusion among staff. Fair financial remuneration. quality of supervision, decent treatment by management, quality of interpersonal relations, decent treatment, being treated well by management. If you're not treated well, so these are the absence of these hygiene factors, the absence of these hygiene factors um, are clearly demotivating factors for in Herzberg's theory. So feelings of job security, if you don't feel it, and obviously it'll demotivate you. So it's into directly split into two distinct groups: motivating because it is there, and not motivating if these are not here, or demotivating. The next theory is Macallan's acquired needs theory. So he split it into three: the acquired needs, the need for achievement. Macallan found that the achievement motivated people tend to be moderate risk takers. So if the task itself is too easy, they don't feel like they've achieved anything. So they need to have the sense of it's a little bit challenging, so we can feel like so they can feel like they've achieved something. The need for power. Power motivated people like to influence others, and they are strong-willed. They take power in two forms: where they have that personal power, they want to just tell people what to do, and the other situation is where they want to be able to get people to do the organizational objectives. All in all, power here is where they have the authority to be able to act in accordance with the organization or themselves personally. Need for affiliation. People who need to affiliate seek to have a good social and working relationship with colleagues and the management team, because they see the social aspect as just as important as the achievement or the power, where they're feeling that type of good morale, they're feeling that social aspect, and because of this, it gives them that motivation. Deci and Ryan's self-determination theory. Now, Deci and Ryan, they looked at where the person themselves have the right to determine, or they have the ability to think and act independently, to self-manage when it comes to decision making. So the assumptions is that the person, they want to be in control of their own like happiness, their own decisions. So they're keen to grow. They want to grow, and that drives them. Secondly, is the intrinsic motivation. They're not really, this type of theory depends on the internal motivation of the person. They're not looking for external, recognition from someone outside them to give them the motivation. So, in addition, um, this theory suggests that there are three basic factors that motivate people. So, autonomy is where you have the ability to direct and control your own lives. Competence, you need to be able to have the capacity and confidence to be able to do things. And relatedness, where you have the connections with people in society, and that provides a sense of security. So these three are critical parts of Tessie and Ryan's self-determination. And finally, the equity and expectancy theory. John Adams, he said that motivation is more than just wages and salaries, because employees compare their ratio of their effort to output rewards, and make such comparisons with their colleagues in order to determine their own sense of fairness, i.e., if they're putting this effort in, they want to be able to get this certain output. So they want to see that if I'm doing just as much as the next um, staff member, we were getting the same amount of reward. Vroom's expectancy theory is he said that if you put in the effort to do the task, that their role will help to achieve the required result. If workers feel the lack of ability, expertise, or skill, then their level of effort will drop. So they expect it's expectancy. So Vroom's expectancy theory said that people have different expectations about their capabilities and self-confidence. So he's split into three here: expectancy, instrumentality, where people hold the perception that if they meet the performance targets, they'll be recorded accordingly. And balance, managers need to find out what rewards motivate different people. So people need to have the capability and confidence in doing a task, that they can actually meet the targets, and then balance, that they will actually be rewarded accordingly to their actual